Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Monday, July 9th, 2018. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. We've seen a nice continuation higher. You've seen this day right here. We talked about how significant it was and how it could spark a return back toward this 2791.75 FOMC key level from June 13th. We talked about the need for price to really push beyond 2750 on Friday, and it became a stop run day through that level and a continuation higher. We're now trading 2773s with an upward bias at the moment, and so again, pullbacks could be buying opportunities as price continues to flow toward 2791.75 early this week. Again, any retest back at 2750 could be a buying opportunity for bulls to defend. Failure to hold that level will open up a return back toward recent lows at 2700. So those are the key levels to watch for the ES early in the week. If we take a look here at the NQ, you'll see right here very similar price action. Again, Friday we were looking at those recent highs right here and noted that if price can push above that zone, we could be looking at a return trip back up toward 72.75 at the very least, and perhaps even higher. And now that level is also the level for bulls to defend should a pullback as deep as that occur. Otherwise, a failure to hold that point opens up a return back towards 69.65. So right now, again, the flow to the upside. After a stop run day, there's a tendency to see a digestion day, perhaps even a counter trend pullback early in the day. But again, bulls want to defend for a shot at further upside price discovery toward recent highs. If we take a look now at crude oil. Now crude, very interesting the way it's playing out. You can see here that I have actually drawn up the initial impulse move just in case we're going to see a pullback to the mid. I wanted to know what that is. 69.33 is the mid. So from this low, we've had an aggressive rally until we reached the recent high at 75.27, and now we're holding. Not only are we holding, but the previous month's close is very clear. It's a very clear pivot in the chart there, and that's where bears are currently defending, right at that pivot. Again, any failure to get back above that zone suggests that we could see more downward pressure here. Below these lows at 72 would open up that downside into 69.33 at the very least, and likely a move into 69, which is the midpoint of the previous month. So again, failure to hold above the previous month's high and close opens up a return back toward the previous month's mid at the very least. Bears defending the previous month's close here. That doesn't mean we can't go up. If these bears don't get paid, buy stops above 74.50 start to open up at least another run to test or retest those highs. Taking a look at gold right now, you'll notice that gold dropped right into our 1240 key level. That was the last support we had on the board there. I mentioned that if this level can't hold, then we go down to 1200, but otherwise this was the last target for our move that really kind of began way up here, where we were talking, hey, if this thing can't hold, then perhaps we can drop as far as this. So we've now kind of completed that long-term move into that target. We're now seeing strength off of it with the recent bounce to the upside. Again, this has been a downtrending market, so this type of bounce, typically speaking, would want to be defended by bears for a longer term push downward. But now 1260, very important as we squeeze up. Any pullbacks into the previous month's close right now being defended. We could see a return trip back toward value at 1287.60 if price can continue to keep the 1250s bid. So something to watch out for there in gold. And lastly, let's take a look here at Bitcoin. You'll notice here Bitcoin is still holding near these lows but not going lower at the moment. You'll also notice a pretty large LVN right here that we've been targeting at 7K. Very large LVN. This is the bottom of value here, and prices have been kind of stuck right here after a recent gap up, holding the FOMC key level from June 13th. Again, if prices can push through that 7,000 LVN there, we could see a quick move back to value, and that's 84.42, followed by the potential to see a continuation toward 9,500. That's about as far as I think we can go right now. But again, it has to get back above 7K, and all of this right here starts to get paid to the upside. So something to keep in mind. The predominant trend remains down. We're still in a bearish trigger zone. It could still dump here but again, watching that LVN for signs of strength could be huge. Quick announcement here. Later on this afternoon, I'd love for you to join me for the monthly market outlook for July 2018. So I'll be hosting this later on this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Central. We'll go for about 45 minutes to an hour, looking for candidates and also talking longer term outlook for some of these markets heading into the rest of July. So please join me again later on this afternoon, 3:30 p.m. Central Time, for my monthly market outlook for July. Looking forward to seeing you all later on. Trade well today, and I'll see you soon. Take care.